Tonight, let's go on a journey together. A journey to a place that so many have looked for, but no one has ever found. We're going to talk about a lost kingdom, a place that might have been too perfect to be real, or maybe, just maybe, too real to ever be forgotten.
So go ahead and get comfortable. Just let yourself settle in and relax as we get started.
Because tonight, I want to tell you the story of Atlantis, the city that simply vanished in a single day and a single night.
Now, our story about this sunken city, it actually begins in a pretty surprising place. Not in the deep, dark ocean, and not on some ancient, forgotten map. No, it starts in the mind of a great thinker, as an idea that would create ripples that we're still feeling centuries later. You see, the whole legend of Atlantis was born from the writings of the Greek philosopher Plato, well over 2,000 years ago. He talked about it in his famous dialogues. And here's the crazy part. He didn't present it as some fairy tale. He presented it as a true history, a story that had been passed down through the generations.
The picture he painted was of this absolutely magnificent empire. It was built with these concentric rings of land and water. It was an incredible design, part fortress, part paradise. And the details he gave, wow. Plato tells us about temples covered in gold that would just gleam in the sun, about massive towering columns, and about technology that sounds like it was centuries ahead of its time. He even said the people there were descended from the sea god Poseidon himself, and that they lived in this perfect harmony with the natural world.
But, well, the story takes a dark turn. This perfect society, blessed with all this wealth and wisdom, it started to rot from the inside. Ambition, greed, it began to poison their hearts.
And then, according to Plato, the gods had seen enough. In one single, violent day and night of fire and earthquakes, the great island of Atlantis was swallowed whole by the sea, vanishing completely, without a single trace. And right there, with that catastrophe, a question was born that has, honestly, haunted us ever since. Was Plato's incredible story just a myth, or was it a distant, faded memory?
So what do you think? Was it just a fable, a moral story designed to warn powerful civilizations about the dangers of pride and greed? Or was it something more? A distorted memory of a real place, a real disaster that was passed down through the ages?
On one side, you have scholars who think the story was probably inspired by real events, like the massive volcanic eruption that wiped out the Minoan civilization on the island of Santorini, a really powerful cautionary tale. But on the other hand, you have people who argue that the details, the geography, the specific metals, the government, are just way too precise to be made up. They believe Plato was recording a genuine, even if fragmented, piece of ancient history.
This whole debate, this question of myth versus memory, has fueled centuries of searching, and not just by poring over old texts, but by looking in the real world. It's a hunt driven by this incredible hope that what was lost might, one day, be found again. I mean, explorers and dreamers have scoured the entire globe. They've looked for it in the Mediterranean, combing the seafloor around Santorini. Some have even theorized it could be buried deep under the ice of Antarctica. And of course, they've explored the vast, dark waters of the Atlantic Ocean, the very ocean the city was named after.
And over the years, we've gotten these little glimmers of hope, these tantalizing claims, sonar readings that show these unnaturally straight lines on the seafloor, strange formations like the Bimini Road, or divers who swear they've seen sunken walls or pyramids. But, none of it has ever been definitive.
For all of our looking, for all our amazing technology, the ocean just isn't giving up its secret. It just remains vast and deep and utterly silent.
But what if we've been asking the wrong question? Maybe the search for a physical place has missed the entire point. Maybe the reason the story survives is because its true location isn't on any map at all. The power of this story, the reason it sticks with us, it goes so much deeper than geography or archaeology. Its survival tells us something really important about ourselves, about our own hopes and our own fears.
It's really a mirror, one that's held up to our own world, a reflection of our greatest dreams and our absolute deepest anxieties.
The legend is a timeless warning, isn't it? It speaks to that nagging fear that our own technology, our own ambition, could be the thing that leads to our downfall if we forget who we are. It's asking us, are we listening to the lessons of the past?
So tonight, as you drift off, just picture it for a moment. Imagine that city, Brilliant, silent, buried under miles of water. A whole world of gold and wisdom, now just resting in eternal quiet.
Maybe one day someone will find it. Or maybe its real purpose was never to be found at all. Perhaps Atlantis has always been and will always be a place built not out of stone, but out of dreams.
And now, just rest, and may the quiet of the deep sea guard your sleep.